As we approach the end of 2021 and the Christmas period for buying and selling games, you know how it goes. Rockstar are basically giving us the coal that we all probably deserve for Christmas in the GTA Trilogy, the Definitive Collection, the Definitive Edition. There's too many "thes" in that. But they've... If it wasn't bad enough releasing a royal shit show of a trilogy, that I don't even know if Rockstar themselves had a hand in it. They passed it all over to Grove Street Games. But the question that has to be asked now is, are a lot of the big companies that used to produce the games that we all know and love from our past, are they completely different beasts now compared to what they used to be? And I think part of the answer to that question is undoubtedly yes. The entire thing, the entire market now is just a complete dumpster fire from the old guard, with the new guys and the little guys trying to pick up the pieces. So, GTA the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, is... what is it? It's like the newest version of what we've seen countless times before in recent years regarding remasters and redos, which are wildly subpar. It's genuinely I can't help but feel remarkably insulted by some of the low effort we've been getting in recent years. And then you've got the contrasting side, other companies that you think would do a completely terrible job at releasing a remaster. They've done quite well. So, for example, GTA the Trilogy, dumpster fire. Warcraft 3 Reforged, dumpster fire. However, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, glorious, amazing. Like, that was amazing. Alongside Spyro, the Spyro Trilogy, Spyro Reignited, that is also a great remaster. Everything's kept as close as they could to the original. Give it a new lick of paint, update it to work on modern hardware, and away you go. You got a winner there. And was it Toys from Bob did an amazing job when it came to the Crash Bandicoot remasters and the Spyro remasters. I've got nothing against them there. And then you've also got Activision releasing COD 4 remastered. And again, well done. New lick of paint. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. No problems with it whatsoever. But then you get other companies like Blizzard. The other side of Activision Blizzard, strangely, I don't even get how that works. The other side of Activision Blizzard, managing to produce the dumpster fire that is Warcraft 3 Reforged, and then the middling part of Diablo 2 Remastered, whatever that's called. And Rockstar, a company that, well, they must be hurting for money for them to produce this. They must be. Or they couldn't be asked to throw any money at 3 of the most iconic games ever released. I don't know what you have to do to make a one game. What was it? Was it 2004 that was San Andreas? Was it 2004? Either 2004 or 2005 was San Andreas. 2001 was Grand Theft Auto 3. And that was a PlayStation 2 release title. And then in between those two you had Vice City, which arguably for me is my favourite of the PS2 trilogy of GTAs. But Rockstar, what did you do? Like, so Rockstar have released an announcement. They've apologised. They've got an apology here for the state of the Definitive Edition. And we're going to go through it here. And I've given it a read, but I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the entire thing here, because this is actually a joke. And the way Rockstar are handling this, 1, they're lying to us. 2, they're trying to turn everything around to make it look like they're the victim, or Grove Street Games are the victim. And to an extent, I'll give them 1 or 2. I'll cede 1 or 2 points to them, because fine. But in the grand scheme, Rockstar take your lumps. So we're going to go through here. This is a note from the Rockstar Games team regarding Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. They really needed to have... The Definitive Trilogy Edition? I know you could have got rid of one of the visitors, but anyway. Hi everyone. We want to provide an update regarding the unexpected technical issues that came to light as part of the launch of Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, The Definitive Edition. Firstly, we want to sincerely apologise to everyone who has encountered issues playing these games. Okay, I mean, that's fair. But the unexpected technical issues. I mean, if no one played this game at Rockstar, sure, there'll be unexpected issues. But I doubt a game like this went out the door without anyone looking at it. But, yeah. The Grand Theft Auto series and the games that make up this iconic trilogy are as special to us as we know they are to fans around the world. The updated versions of these classic games did not launch in a state that meets our own standards of quality or the standards our fans have come to expect. Bullshit! We're how many paragraphs in? 3 paragraphs in and we're already encountering bullshit on a large scale. Are as special to us as we know they are to fans around the world. If they were as special to you as they are to fans around the world, you would have given as much care and attention to this trilogy as the modders have done for the past 20 years. It's that simple. You would have given it as much love as the players and the people who loved it enough to mod it. I mean, you obviously don't appreciate the modders, and this entire post here doesn't actually say anything about Rockstar and Take-Two DMCAing and issuing takedowns to all of the modders. They don't mention it because that would make them even more of the bad guys, and this is damage control. Can't have them apologising about the modders. But yeah, the updated versions of these classic games did not launch in a state that meets our own standards of quality. Again, bullshit. Absolute, unmitigated... You smell that? It's bullshit. That's what it is. If it didn't meet the standards you had to go out the door, it wouldn't have gone out the door. It wouldn't. Oh, this is a great rendition of the game. Yeah, let's send it out. Send it out. What do you mean the rain is basically an epileptic fit waiting to happen? No, that's fine. What do you mean cars randomly spawn in and take players out? No, that's not a problem. What about if you use zigzag and your car gets bigger? How that even got coded in is beyond me. No, that's completely fine. It's all good. What about, you know, these guys come out of their spawn point and run into your car and die? Nope. No, that was fine. That's fine. Meets our standards. Out it goes. This bridge is a bug from the original game. We're not going to fix it, right? No. Keep it in. People are going to be annoyed if we fix a bug like that. There's so many. And then you've got the introduced ones where you get a cutscene and someone gets run over in a cutscene. These are all things. All of these bugs, not all of them. Some of them are edge cases and you'll probably not encounter it during testing. But a lot of these issues that have been encountered in by the entirety of the player base, a lot of these issues, like, they had to have been found during QA. They had to have been. And the fact that these things weren't fixed, they weren't addressed, they weren't looked at, and it went out the door in that state, says that your standard of quality for these 3 games in the remaster, I mean, all you've got to do is look at the mobile versions of these games and you'll get an exact idea of just how shit the expectations are for Rockstar for this trilogy and how little respect they've got for it. No. What you've done here is your own standards of quality have been openly demonstrated with how poorly you QA'd and ensured that this game was ready to go out. You just sent it out. Fuck it, that'll do. It's out. We don't care anymore. We want to make that sweet, sweet money. Now we can carry on going making GTA Online stuff because we need people to buy shark cards. Fuck you. That's Rockstar now. Rockstar going down the exact same route as Activision Blizzard, going down the same route as EA, going down the same route as Ubisoft. You name the big developer, Rockstar has gone down that exact same route. It's all about the microtransactions, all about the MTX, and in a lot of cases, there's hardly anything micro about them. They are macro transactions in every definition of the word. But no, didn't meet our standards of quality. Please, take the bait. Please, listen to what we are saying. Please believe us. We are corporate and we are not lying to you. Honest, Gov. We have ongoing plans to address the technical issues and to improve each game going forward. With each planned update, the games will reach the level of quality that they deserve to be. In that case, you're going to have to work from the ground up because a lot of this is irredeemable. How you make a Playmobil character out of an actually decent character is beyond me, but you fucking managed it. It's ridiculous. And for me, I would have loved to have had a disc version of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas from a PS4 or for a PS5 if I could get a hold of one, or you know, something like that. I wouldn't for the Switch because Rockstar cheaped out and didn't provide themselves with a large enough cartridge to put all 3 games on. They cheaped out on that, so you have to download it. So again, no internet connection. Screw you. I mean, we've had this rant before. I would have loved to have had a disc version that had all 3 games on it and they worked. Just worked. The same way that GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas do on my PlayStation 2 discs, because Lord knows I'm not getting rid of those anytime soon. And I've got the PS4 versions of the PS2 versions of GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas. And they work fine too. They look as good as they did before. Sure, we've had a few music licensing issues, but other than that, it's all good. It's just annoying, but you now need, if you bought the game, you're going to have to download another update, and your disc version isn't complete again. It's kind of crazy. A new title update is on the way in the coming days for all versions of GTA, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. That will address a number of issues that will update everyone as soon as it is live. Okay, another update. In the meantime, now we play the victim. In the meantime, let me just scroll back down. There you go. It pains us to mention that we are hearing reports of members of development teams being harassed on social media. We would kindly ask our community to please maintain a respectful and civil discourse around this release as we work through these issues. And fine, I'll give you this. There are bad actors online that, regardless of the situation, are going to attack people online. It's the fact of the internet in this day and age. Someone's going to be an asshole. I didn't like this. Yeah, I'm going to be mean. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, I'm going to send this to them. And that's a part of the internet. And it's part of life of dealing with it. I'm a tiny person on the internet and I get assholes out there. Admittedly, I've probably been an asshole several times out there, regardless of whether it's me being blunt or me just being a complete knob. It happens. Everyone's probably made a comment at someone online of them being caught up in the moment and being a knob, but I think we can all safely agree that death threats and making racist remarks and all of that stuff it's not needed. It's not good discourse. It's unneeded. You don't need to do it. Someone's just going to be an asshole. But the fact that they mentioned it could have been one person saying this, and they would have mentioned it in this just to try and calm everyone and play the victim. But I think part of it doesn't help that some of the, and this could sound like victim blaming. Part of the issue is that some of the devs out there are like, woo, look at how successful this game is. Woo, I'm so proud to put this game out the door. If I put anything like this trilogy out the door, I would not be proud. I would be so quiet. I would be so quiet about this entire situation. I would be radio silent. I would be dark. Well, I am dark. I would be dark online. You wouldn't be hearing a peep out of me because that's just inviting the assholes. That's all you're doing. You're inviting the assholes the entire time you're trying to do something like that. So, make a game like this, stay quiet. Sure, congratulations, you appeared on the credits of a big release game, but it's not the sort of big release game you probably want your name attached to. But I'm sure none of you guys need to be told this, but don't be an asshole to the devs. They don't deserve death threats, and they don't deserve racist things, and they don't deserve anything like that. Just let them know in polite terms that you weren't impressed with the game, and that's it. That's all that needs to be said. If it needs to be said at all, because everyone's said it at this point. While one of the goals of the definitive editions was to allow players to enjoy these games on modern platforms for many years to come, we also understand that some of you would still like to have the previous classic versions available for purchase. Now, to enjoy these games on a modern platform, you need to have the ability to play the games easily and well. How, in this day and age, you manage to take games that are between 15 and 20 years old and make them run worse on modern hardware than they did at the time of the PlayStation 2, I do not know. I do not know how you did this. Especially when you consider that the Xbox version of, I believe, was it GTA 3? The Xbox version of these PlayStation 2 originals, instead of having the clunky fingers, the whole stuck together hands, they had fingers. They still worked in the same way as the all stuck together hands. However, they looked like fingers. They were separated. You could see them. And now you're using that as a selling point. They've got fingers now. Well, they had fingers 20 years ago. Suck it up. We will be adding the classic PC versions of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas back to the Rockstar store shortly as a bundle. Additionally, everyone who has purchased Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy the Definitive Edition, GTA T3DE, there you go, for PC from the Rockstar store through June 30th, 2022, will receive these classic versions in their Rockstar Games launcher library at no additional cost. We will update everyone as soon as these are back on the Rockstar store. The fact that you removed these older editions, this is where the whole argument for keeping games safe, storing games, future-proofing things, and piracy. This is where the arguments for all of these things come to light, because you want to keep these things in their original form. You want to keep them playable for future times. But removing them in this digital age, removing them from storefronts, just makes it so that they're not available anymore. You can't get them. You can't get the original. The only way of getting the originals for these now is to get a PlayStation 2 version on disc. And that's the game in its original, unadulterated state. I'm so glad I've got them. But again, it's like, hey, buy these. But the risk here that Rockstar have is people are going to buy the originals after this. But people who haven't played GTA 3, Vice City or San Andreas, and they'll play the older versions, and they'll realise just how bad a version the Definitive Edition is. It's so sad. But on the upside, they get to experience the games that we experienced from years gone by. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for their patience and understanding while we work through these updates to ensure these games meet everyone's justifiably high standards. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. I mean, I think everyone had high standards. We'd hoped Rockstar would have had high standards, but apparently, Rockstar only cares about that GTA 5 Online shark card money. That's it. That's all they care about. Those microtransactions. They don't give a shit about the games that got them to where they are. And the argument you can put it online is Dan Houser left, Laszlo left. Those two big names at Rockstar. I think Dan Houser left because I think he was probably getting fed up with Rockstar. And Laszlo left due to family issues, and I hope things have improved for him on that front. But Rockstar is a shell of what it once was. I mean, they released GTA 5. GTA 5. How old is GTA 5 now? It's pretty old now. They released GTA 5, and GTA 5 was a great game. They released Red Dead Redemption 2, and Red Dead Redemption 2 was a great game. And I'm hopeful that GTA 6, when it eventually comes out and they stop milking GTA 5, I'm hoping that GTA 6 has as high a standard as GTA 5 and RDR2. I genuinely do. I think part of the issue here is the B team. I don't even know if they're the B team. They're probably the F team. Grove Street Games did these Definitive Edition remasters. And let's just say that the track record these guys have is not good. It's not a great track record. The mobile versions weren't great. And the fact that they ported over the mobile versions for remasters was kind of pathetic too. But yeah, all of these companies, these big companies, are shells of what they once were. Rockstar is a shell of Rockstar. It's not the Rockstar of old. Activision and Blizzard aren't the Activision and Blizzard of years gone by. Same with Ubisoft, same with EA. Arguably, I mean, Nintendo's still producing some good content, but Nintendo has changed a fair amount recently too. And part of that is because we've lost Satoru Iwata. So, and Reggie. Damn, Reggie. But yeah. All of these Definitive Editions nowadays, they're all cash grabs in one way, shape or form. And it's just a crapshoot whether you're going to get a good cash grab or a bad cash grab. And in the case of GTA T3 DE, it was a bad cash grab. And I'll expect minimum effort put in to fix it. I'm not going to expect it to work anywhere near as well or look anywhere near as good as the PS2 versions. And Rockstar are going to have to do a fair amount to get my hopes back up. And on that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you are new here and you like this, click the like button, throw me a subscription. If you want to see me do streams and stuff, I stream on twitch.tv/darkguy3 on Monday, Wednesday and Friday nights. 8:30 PM British time, if you couldn't tell by my accent. And we have some fun on those streams, so join in. Other than that, have a very good evening, morning, afternoon or night, wherever you may be. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.